Hey everyone, I'm Dr. David Dungan with Duly, Culinary Medicine. It's National Nutrition Month, and this month we're celebrating the power of nutrition. I first want to give a shout out to all our Duly dietitians and nutritionists that work with us and our patients every day. The other thing we want to talk about today is how the Mediterranean diet doesn't have to have Mediterranean flavors. Today we're going to talk about a fun recipe, an Asian chicken peanut noodle salad, and different ways that we can sub in, and we're going to talk about the benefits of that, and also how it helps your health and your long-term health goals. So first, I'm going to introduce my team. Dr. Linda Liss, who's also certified in culinary medicine, and helps with our program, the patient shared medical appointments. Also have Caitlin Randall, who's a volunteer registered dietitian. And then our culinary expert, our chef, Abbie Cirignani, who's going to walk us through the recipe preparation.
This is a recipe that we actually make in our class, and it is a crowd favorite. We are doing a peanut noodle Asian salad, and I'm just going to start by prepping a little bit of cilantro. Some people prefer to take the leaves off the stems for cilantro. I really like to use the stems. I think it boosts the flavor and gives a little more dimension.
Some people don't like cilantro because it tastes funny. What's that called?
Yeah, so sometimes cilantro can have almost like a soap-like flavor. Parsley can have that same effect. So oftentimes this can be actually a genetic disposition. And oftentimes you can override this if you continue to have exposure to cilantro.
And I'm cutting up some green onion here, also known as scallions, and I'm using both the white and the green part. And we will add both to the salad, and we could actually save some of the green to garnish. So now we're just gonna put this salad together. I've pre-cooked our noodles. This is a whole wheat rice noodle. We're gonna add this to our bowl.
And Linda, what's the benefit of having a whole wheat noodle as opposed to a plain?
Right, so part of this is we're trying to show you ways to increase more fiber in the diet. So as opposed to just a white rice noodle, we're using a whole wheat noodle. And other options too is, we've also made this recipe with edamame noodles, which are also, again, has a lot of more fiber in it and a lot more protein as well. So you can substitute the different types of noodles, but basically we're trying to increase the fiber with it.
So we're gonna add some soy, some edamame, which is a soy product, which our team could tell you about the nutritional values of that.
Yeah, so Caitlin, what are some benefits of a soybean like edamame?
Yeah, so edamame comes from the soy family. It's actually the whole soybean. So if you've heard of tofu or tempeh or even some of your more generic like soy sauces, they're all coming actually from this bean. So this is the whole food version of soy. And one of my favorite things about the entire soy family is it's really high in what's known as phytoestrogens. And a lot of people think of phytoestrogens as maybe being unhealthy, like causing excessively high estrogen levels. So a lot of women have feared soy, and even men have. But what I love about phytoestrogens is rather than raising estrogen to unhealthy levels, it acts like a modulator in the system. So if you have too low of estrogen, it actually helps raise those levels. And if you have too high of estrogen, it helps decrease those levels.
We will add some of our shredded chicken. I poached this chicken, which is just putting it in, starting with some cold water, and then I added some aromatics such as onion, garlic, lemon, little parsley leaves, and some basil, and I simmered it for about 25 minutes. I used a thermometer to get that temperature to between 160 and 165, and I knew it was done, and cooled it and then shredded it. And then we'll add a little carrot. So we're gonna sprinkle on some of our...
Great already.
Yeah.
This.
Sure is. And you could add some, you could add other vegetables to this as well. You could add some red cabbage, boost eat the rainbow. You could add more colors to that. And then our peanut sauce, which is very luscious. We'll drizzle that on. This peanut sauce I used peanut butter, which we talk about in class a lot. Peanut butter, you want to find a brand that the ingredient says strictly peanuts, no other ingredients. Sometimes they come with a little salt, but you don't want to have any added sugars or other oils to your peanut butter, and the label should say peanut butter. It shouldn't say peanut butter spread. So I added some soy sauce, rice vinegar, a little toasted sesame seed. Yeah.
And we'll make sure that recipe you can find with our Duly Tino knives.
And then we're just gonna sprinkle some roasted peanuts on top, and we'll just add a little more garnish.
So here's a salad that really also gives a lot of fiber. So we get at least 7 grams of fiber with this salad, and then also about 25 grams of protein. So if you're looking for a way to increase the amount of protein in the diet, here we have a healthy protein. And like I said, you can also use tofu with it, which is also boosting up the protein with it too.
Yep, and it's a nice mix of protein sources. You have an animal protein here as well as a plant protein. So, but like Linda said, you can go either direction, how you want that protein to be.